Hey guys, welcome back to Something Social Podcast. We're your hosts, the James Curls.
I'm Mo.
And I'm Nay.
And we hope you're ready to join our conversations about dating, relationships, love, and just general adulting.
For more content, event updates, or to contact us, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at the James Curls.
And our podcast Instagram at Something Social JC.
Enjoy.
Bye. Okay.
Hey y'all, welcome back. We missed y'all.
Yeah, we did.
Hopefully y'all missed us too.
Did you miss us?
They did, of course.
We'll back.
So we took some time off because basically we just needed it. And apparently
fourth quarter, or whatever you call that, last quarter of the year is usually terrible to do literally anything.
Yeah, it's holidays,
So,
we didn't travel because COVID.
Yeah.
But we're here, we're back, and we're gonna keep it going for this year. Right?
Yes.
I'm
sorry, I just went away in the middle of the podcast.
Don't mind the abyss behind us. It seems like we're about to float into outer space.
We're actually in the nebula of life.
We also look like we're bald.
This is what we call the nebula of life.
Okay.
So we're free falling.
Yeah. Sorry about that. We're trying new things out with the backdrop. We know y'all tired of seeing the gold shimmer. And we didn't.
I'm never tired of the gold shimmer. I'm just gonna be honest. I think that complemented our skin so much, and we were just really glowing in that.
You want to go get it? I'm just kidding. So anyway, today we were going to talk to y'all about date nights, date ideas. So we posted on our Instagram page the other day, or yesterday, and I think the day before, best and worst dates. We got a few responses and we'll share those at the end, but we wanted to give some opinions. We went brainstorm some ideas of places that we would want to go if we went on dates, because sometimes I feel like we go to the same places.
Mm-hmm. We do.
Sometimes
and I get bored. I'm done with it. We're done. I don't want to go to dinner anymore. I don't want to go to BJ's.
I like dinner. Not BJ's. BJ's got roaches.
Yeah, not BJ's. BJ's used to be my first date go-to. It's hey, let's meet up. Where do you want to meet? Do you know where BJ's is? It was the upgraded version of Fridays until it was not upgraded anymore. It was just Fridays, but it was called BJ's and not Fridays. Yeah. And there was literally roaches crawling up the wall, hair in my food, everything. It was just wrong.
You can't do that. So what we're gonna do is tell y'all some places to take your dates, because when you go out, whether it's a first date, a marriage date, whether you broke or get money in the thing, we're gonna talk about some ideas of where you can take your dates, because I tend to go to restaurants a lot.
You do go to a restaurant a lot, but I go to a car a lot.
Car dates are listed. So we also talked about how dating should never end, right?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people get comfortable in their situation and then they just stop dating each other. They just hang out.
Especially after they have kids. I noticed that a lot of my friends that have children forget to date and
it's
make
a
time
concerted
for
effort. It's date night.
Yeah.
I mean, can't relate to any of it, dates or kids.
So anyway, this black backdrop is giving me baldy scaldy. I don't know.
I promise we got hair. See?
All right. So we're going to try different things. So each week it might be something new.
Yeah. You never know.
We're trying to create our little setup, and we didn't end up doing that over those 3 months that we took off. So this is what you get for today. All right.
Sorry.
So what would you say the best date that you have been on is?
Well,
yesterday.
No. It was Saturday.
Okay.
I just the thought and the effort is my thing. It doesn't matter where I'm at, really, because if I'm with somebody I enjoy, I can enjoy myself anywhere with you. So it doesn't matter if we go gaming or whatever. We definitely don't go gaming. I don't like games. I don't play games. Okay.
I'm just gonna say
that. So don't, if you ever take me on a date, don't take me there. Also, you're probably never gonna take me on a date. Anyway,
no way.
Just kidding. Oh my God, are we doing it?
We
doing ourselves first. Okay.
That's not what I was gonna say, but we'll talk about that at the end.
We will fill y'all in on what we talk about. But first, my best date. Why are we blue? Did we turn blue?
Are we blue?
I turned blue. My best date was the thought and effort of, hey, I'm coming to get you at 8 p.m. Get cute. And me not knowing what get cute means, I get like overly
way
cute.
Too cute. Better to be overdressed than
underdressed.
I
walked out to the car and I was like, am I overdressed? And he was like, probably, but I'm digging it. Let's go. And I was like, all right, here we go. But we just went to a place in Sunny Isles that was overlooking the water and it had a little skyline in the back. And it was outside because I'm scared of Rona. So like, even though I've had it and all 3 of my shots, and he was like, I didn't want to take you somewhere that was going to be inside. And I knew if I asked you, you would have said no. So I just told you, get ready and we going, we out. And he's absolutely right. So that had happened and it was great because we just got to enjoy each other and we ate some really expensive food because everything in Miami is overpriced.
Sorry, your house is not cheap.
No, it wasn't cheap. And he was like, he had been saying it for a while though. Before then, he was like, I want to take you out. Like, yeah, he had been saying for a while that he wanted to take me somewhere fancy. So I enjoyed it. I don't know what it is about like fancy, expensive dinners or whatever. I just like getting cute. It wasn't the fact that it was like a fancy dinner. It wasn't the fact that it was like the food wasn't even that like it wasn't that good.
Right.
It was just
mine was that too. I've gone on a date in Sunny Isles and it was delicious food. It was like a Greek restaurant, but that wasn't my best date. My best date was when somebody called you and set everything up, and then I know you never talked to him again, but
if I ever catch him in the streets,
we never spoke again after that. No.
If I ever catch him in the streets.
But anyway, he set it all up. He had Mo buy me like a dress. Or he bought a dress, but he had Mo like go pick it out. Like everything was set up for me. Flowers were delivered that day, but there was a whole like thing with flowers. It was just a whole thing. But
that was so sweet. He just was like, hey, I want to take May out. Like I want to do like a big thing.
And he came up to get me and drove me all the way to Miami. We ate at a nice restaurant and
y'all went to like Prime 112, right?
Yeah.
I mean, fancier than my little Brazilian restaurant.
I don't know if Prime 112 is still fancy, but this was like years ago. So like at least like 7 or 8 years ago.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago. But anyway, that's a shame that was my best date 8 years ago. Wow.
Well, let's just account for the last 2 years. We've been in a pandemic, so it's not that readily available to date. So
it's still sad. But anyway, I also had another one where somebody, I guess I like surprise dates because that one I had no idea. And this other one, he told me to wear white. And I was like, white what? And then we went to a Heat game, which was fun, but I didn't know where we were going. I was just like, I just had on like a white. Luckily I had on like sneakers. I was like, what do I wear?
Yeah.
Dress, sneakers, heels, like, but we ended up going to the white hot Heat game. But it was fun. We had a good time.
That's cute.
And money was nothing to him. Not that the Heat game was like the most expensive thing, but actually both of them, now that I think about it, had enough money to take me on dates.
Well, there's a factor. Let's start there.
Wow, let's end there.
Let's end there. But for those who don't mind that struggle, because we done been there, done that. We done with that. For those who don't mind that struggle, what we can do is share with you
some places for the
if money ain't an issue. Then we have some suggestions for that.
For if money isn't an issue.
Oh, my bad. For if it is an issue.
If money is an issue,
the
suggestions
right.
would be free $99.
Yeah. Anything that's free. So, beach.
Mm-hmm. I love the beach. And I love beach dates. I don't really go to the beach. I go to the beach at night, like actually on the beach, like in the sand, like once.
Okay, well, I mean, it's also relative to where you live. If you are living in Ohio, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you. Beaches are great. The beach is a good one.
Y'all might have to go to the lake. Is that safe?
Yeah, they don't have gators.
True.
If they don't have beaches, they ain't got gators. What you got, piranha?
Watch out. But anyway.
No, I know, but they're native to like Florida and like tropical places. You can have a lake without having crazy stuff. So beach, my favorite, which is coffee. That's not my favorite.
Not free, but yeah.
They're not free, but they're inexpensive. You buy a $3 coffee as opposed to a $60 meal for just you, and then a $60 meal for the next person, depending on who's paying.
Yep.
I like those two are my favorite things to do. So actually, some of these tie into the first date type situations. Where do you go on the first date? Well, I like to typically go on the first date to coffee.
Yeah. Well, I never really thought about that until I started. I think it was online dating when people started going to like meeting me for coffee. And then I was telling her the other day that I think, was it on that podcast? I think it was on a different podcast that we listened to where men were talking about like dating and, issues with being single and stuff like that. And he was saying that he takes his dates to get coffee in the morning. And I was like,
in the morning?
I know, I'm like, when I go get coffee, we go at night. But
it's always at night.
We're not necessarily drinking coffee, but definitely we're in Starbucks in the evening.
Yeah.
Which
I will eat me
in the morning now.
Coffee cake and a freaking tea. Passion fruit iced tea.
Take me for coffee in the morning. I'm down with it. I'm down with a good little coffee shop on a Sunday morning.
That's the best thing ever to do.
Breakfast and coffee.
So
it's cheap. It's probably like $15.
Me and they date each other.
We do.
So we actually go out for coffee in the mornings on weekends.
It's sad, I know. That's probably my best date.
Yeah, seriously. It is.
We did go
with the best company.
At one point we were going every morning on coffee dates. And we were working, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, we go and take our laptop and stuff, but either way, it was coffee in the morning. It was the only time we had coffee in the morning. It's weird. Or outside coffee in the morning. I drink my own. But yeah, first date and cheap date, $3 coffee. If you feeling generous, you could buy hers, or you could buy his, or whoever you dating. If you feeling generous. Beach is another one. What's another one?
For cheap or first date?
For both. I feel like they kind of go hand in hand.
Well, you want to pick a place that you can talk to the person, because your first date is probably after your couple conversations and you're like, okay, I want to meet you. You go somewhere that you can finish the conversation. You don't want to really go to like the movies where you're sitting there and not talking to each other.
Yeah. I will say this. So there's a few things that are essential when you're doing first dates. And I use first dates and cheap dates synonymously because a lot of people are dating a lot of people. And that can get pricey. Whether you're paying for your own stuff every time or they're paying for you. I know when I hear a lot of men talking about they don't like to take people out for super expensive dates. They like to do like a screening kind of. And I'm not mad at a lot of people are mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all because I want to screen and vet you too because I need a quick getaway. We went to coffee. I finished my coffee. I had a tall. I finished it. I don't like talking to you anymore. I'm gonna go. Boom. I don't have to wait for the bill.
I took my coffee. Bye.
I took my coffee. I don't have to wait for the bill. I don't have to wait for a box. I don't have to make like this awkward like situation. Like, so I use them synonymously. Some people may not. I personally think that they go together because I want my first date to be a cheap date So I also don't invest too much into you before I am.
But I always think about your first date is usually after, I mean, unless it's a first date after you like literally just met the person, like you're not talking to them on the phone. Because when I meet people,
yeah, but the chemistry in person is different than the chemistry on the phone.
That is very true.
So if you're meeting somebody offline, I've met people off the internet before where I was like, he's cute on paper, he's, you know, fine and good. We've talked on the phone a few times and we met in person and I'm like, I don't like you. Your shoes dirty. Oh. Your fingernails dirty. Or even just we don't have chemistry in person. It's like you're not who I thought you were. Mm-hmm. You're not who I felt like you were in here, you know? So that being said, when you go on a first date, I think that there are some rules, not necessarily for the cheap date, because cheap dates can happen in the middle of a relationship. I'm a cheap date. Yeah. Year round. Just generally a cheap date. With the occasional like, okay, let's dress up and get cute.
But that's what it is. That's what I was telling her the other day too. Like, it's not even necessarily that I need an expensive dinner because I'll be honest with you, I don't really eat that kind. I don't eat lamb. I don't eat like I'm not going
my
there to
love
order
language
like
is quality time.
Like that. Yeah, but I like to sometimes dress up. I don't always want to wear my running shoes on the date.
Well, that's what this guy said. He was like, I'm the dress down king. So, and I feel like you always see me in sweats and my slides. And he's like,
which is fine. Yeah. But occasionally, I don't want to wear that.
And I think that's where he was going with it. And when he saw how I was when I dressed up, he was just like, and I was like, yeah, so this is fun. Yeah. Because you look nice, I look nice. And who knew we clean up like this? Okay. Right. Like you see it in pictures, but like we never experienced each other in that capacity. So it's refreshing to do that every now and then. But everybody ain't able. And it's exhausting also to, you know, constantly tugging, sucking in, you know, you're doing all types of stuff. It's just not comfortable. I like to be in my
sweats. Is more comfortable to be comfortable. But like I said, I have some cute clothes that I want to wear somewhere. And because I don't go anywhere, the date is where
I did have a nice dress that I was like, I want to wear this dress and I might be overdressed, but I don't have anywhere else to wear this dress.
And look, I'm like, where else you gonna wear it?
Exactly. So I wore it and it was cute. Yep. So anyway, when you go on first dates, obviously, like what Nay was saying, you want to make sure you're going somewhere that is, you're able to have conversations with this person. Dinner, you can do that. You can do that over dinner, but your mouth be full.
Yeah, when the food come out, it's a wrap. That conversation is done.
Conversation's over.
It's going good before the food come out. When the food comes out,
so I would say maybe like drinks or something. Maybe like a loungy place where like a vibe. Go find a vibe. Catch it somewhere, wherever it is.
I like game rooms too. I do. Like extreme, like action park where you can go like.
Those are relatively cheap though.
I mean, you're not really talking to the person, but.
Yeah. Well, either way, first date.
It's a little competition, so it makes it not fun. It is fun.
So you want to make sure there's a lot of people around just in case you're dating a psycho on the first day. You want to make sure it's well lit just in case he trying to turn up and like you ain't trying to turn up. You know what I mean?
There was a girl on Bumble that met a guy and now she's missing. No, I think she died.
She's dead. She's dead for sure.
So be careful. I think she died. Especially if you're online dating or dating anybody, because people are just losing
their minds. I always say the people you're dating from online dating are the same people in your radius who are going to Publix and buying the freaking wheat bread.
And pretty much the news has shown us that, or Instagram, which is my news, because you'll see people from online dating that are caught up in these situations, and then you also see people like that are married.
Exactly.
And then
a
you
man
see people that's like
killed his whole wife who was pregnant and already had their son.
Right.
Had like a 3-year-old son, and he just up and killed his wife randomly. I don't know what they had going on.
People are losing their mind.
You don't have to be on a first date with somebody online to meet a psycho.
Right. That's true.
Heads up.
That is true.
So get rid of that stigma. Anyway, parks, botanical gardens. Are so cute. I haven't done that actually yet.
Strawberry picking.
Oh, I've wanted to do that. Shannon wanted to.
Wineries. Those are probably a little pricey if you're gonna be sipping, but
yeah, I think that might be more expensive. But it's a vibe, ish. Theoretically, they don't have music or anything. They're just like
Yeah.
And car dates. I do a lot of car dates because I don't have a home of my own. So whenever I need to hang out with somebody who also does not have a home of their own, because we live in South Florida, don't judge us. We end up just like hanging out in the car, and I'm not even mad at it.
Yeah, I do car dates too.
Yeah.
I did. I should say, I haven't done that one in a while.
I think they're fun. So when do you graduate?
Yeah, right, because that's really when you talk. You're just talking.
Yeah,
you really getting to know people.
It's like raw. There's no TV. Mm-hmm. You can play music and stuff like that, but like you really just sitting there like getting to know one another.
Yeah,
and that's the ultimate way to like escalate the situation, or not even escalate, but just like accelerate the situation.
Yeah. But those are just some of the ideas we had for like initial meetings. And then eventually, it'll get to like the Netflix and chill.
Yeah, that's when you graduate.
Yeah. Netflix and chill, going on trips.
Yeah.
Sometimes those happen early also. And I mean,
and that's all right.
Each his own.
That happens with me pretty early because I don't want to be outside all the time. Even before COVID, like I just don't want to be around all the people all the time. Like it's exhausting to me to go to eat all the time. I don't want to do that. It's like sometimes I just want to lay low, but I want your company.
Right.
How can we lay low and enjoy each other's company without having to freaking put on jeans or a dress and like worry about appearance and stuff like that? Like,
I mean, that's ideal for the everyday hangouts.
Yeah.
But date nights, I think I think it should change. I think it should be,
Yeah, I mean, you gotta
have a whole, spectrum of the date nights. You can't just be in there all the time going to the same place with the jeans and the sneakers on.
Yeah.
And then, I'm not all the time at the fancy place. You don't need to be doing all that. Or you can get fancy and just go to a bootleg place. Who cares? People won't stay anyway.
Especially when you're dating somebody.
Another place I think is I'm not. So
just like constantly stopping people. Hey, how tall are you? It's like a freaking spectacle. It's wild. Anyway, if money ain't an issue, where you going? Besides your fancy schmancy date. You know what we didn't say? Did I say it? Rooftop?
You said like a rooftop vibe.
Oh, okay. I didn't remember.
Rooftops are cool. We only have like 2 in Fort Lauderdale, so.
No, we have some.
Oh, that's true. There's some in Hollywood. There's probably some in Miami.
Las Olas. There's a ton in Miami, I'm sure. Rooftops are always a win for me. And you can do that anywhere.
And rooftops are kind of chill.
You could do that in New York.
The only thing is it gets loud if they're playing music and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to be careful with that. But rooftops are a vibe. I like rooftops.
I do too. I really love it.
Especially now with COVID, that's probably the place you want to be because it's outside. Or we also have like little lounges like where we had our last event where it's like they have a little inside area, but for the most part it's outside where you can play like the big games and just hang out. It's kind of like a backyard type vibe.
Yeah.
I had one in Hollywood still on. Let me check on that. But anyway, so I think those are great first date ideas. We were just thinking of places that we would want to go on a date. And if money is not an issue, of course, like, the fancy dinners. But again, I don't necessarily need the fancy dinner more so than I want to just be cute. I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah, the food is usually lackluster.
And it's this big. You get this much food for this much money.
Except for that freaking place that we went with Melissa. The place was so good.
What place?
We were with the Miami Spice or something.
Oh.
Palm Door.
I think that's closed down.
That
forever
sucks. That was
it was at the Biltmore Hotel, right?
Yes, at the Biltmore. That was so delicious. Creepy, but it was so delicious.
We need to look up Miami Spice again because I went somewhere else with Melissa for Miami Spice. It was like Smith and Walensky, which also I wasn't impressed. I just we were in a fancy little restaurant. But
you just go there to be cute, and then you eat, and then your stomach gets big in your dress, and you walk around with a tummy.
I'm okay with that. I just want to like the food.
I want to get cute. I like food at my house too.
That's what I'm saying. If we go to a fancy place, I want to like food.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So fancy dinners, and by fancy, we don't mean the actual dinner again. It's just, you know, whether you dress it up or whatever.
Spending money, you know, spending money you ain't got. Put on your credit card.
Definitely. Money you ain't got.
Dinner on a boat is always fun. Like
renting a boat is fun.
Renting a boat is fun. Renting a jet ski is fun.
Rent the jet skis, rent the boats.
Again, we're talking from Florida perspective, but you get it.
And we can rent a boat anywhere.
Near water.
There's bodies of water everywhere.
Who's gonna sail on the freaking Mississippi River? Nobody. Nobody, that's who.
Hey, somebody might, I don't know. Traveling again, like when you go on vacations. I've never been on a vacation.
I went on one, but we all know that story.
We do know that story. I haven't gone on a cruise with anybody. I haven't flown anywhere with anybody. I've had local staycations, but not vacations. And not by local, I mean like we were still in Florida.
Yeah.
Like, but no, I haven't gone
to the
across
Bahamas.
the border.
It's like Florida.
No, it's not. You need a passport for the Bahamas.
I stayed on the boat just about. So like
that was because your date sucked. Yeah, so traveling is great.
Couples massage.
Couples massages. I did have a couples massage before.
I did too with the same guy. And he yeah. Couples massage is one. A hotel. Just getting a hotel, change your scenery. Staycation. Mm-hmm. If you're in South Florida, I highly recommend doing the AC hotel. It's brand new at Sawgrass. It's so cute.
Everybody feel like staying out there with a lot of people.
It's not that bad. You can do a helicopter ride if you fancy.
I would be terrified, but I would go.
I would not do a helicopter ride, but y'all can. And tell me about it.
No, I'm just kidding. Also, they're now doing these down here. I don't know where, you know, we're speaking from a Florida perspective, act like everybody has a beach, but they're having these little like picnics on the beach.
Oh, those are cute.
Like where somebody is actually, you know, kudos to her or him, made a whole business out of this, like decorating a little area with pillows and a small mini table.
And then you eat outside food.
And you
eat outside food
that smells like the beach.
And then you get attacked by seagulls.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's the ambiance is what you're going for. So you go, you get the ambiance, she sets it up for you, you have the candlelit dinner, and you have a perfect little date. So, yeah. I mean, with the backdrop, you know, don't get black because you'll be floating into
you won't have hair.
No, but
you'll be bald.
It usually like the pictures that I see when people go on those little things, cute. Even they have like girlfriend, you know, brunches and stuff.
They're so cute.
Very cute. So that's an option. That's really cute. A good way to surprise somebody. And sometimes they're at the park. They're not always at the beach. So you could do that anywhere, really.
Yeah, just be aware of the animals.
They'll probably have better weather and no iguanas. So
or ducks. Those ducks will hop on the charcuterie board and like take your cookies. So, and so will the birds. All the birds. A duck is a bird. Don't trust them. One other thing. Do you remember that time JoJo had, I think he rented a hotel room and had food catered?
Yeah, a private chef.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't want to leave home.
So cute. And you don't want to
bring somebody in, set up the dinner table. Boom. Those are kind of things, you know, those things are like, you put some thought into this.
Exactly. That's why that other date that I was saying earlier, I was like, aww.
Mine too. Like that's what made it my favorite because it was like, you really put some effort into this.
Yeah. And then when we got to the place that he originally wanted to take me, we couldn't get in. It was at capacity. And I was like, well, that's a blessing. But also, I'm like, he's like, I've been trying since 1:00 to make a reservation here. And he was like heated. And I was like, you've been trying since 1:00? I don't get out much. She doesn't either. We don't have
people that are anywhere.
We don't have people that are special to us or that deem us as special. So very often.
ASL. So if you're an 80s baby or even an early 90s baby, you might remember ASL. But
think about it, marinate on that, and we'll get back to ASL.
So other options for dating. I go to the gym, you go to the gym. I wouldn't mind bringing a date to the gym. Come on over, let's do a class.
I'm not gonna lie, when they see the like type of weights that we lift, they get kind of intimidated. Most of the people I date, but like, wait a minute, like you squat more
those weights are 1 rep maxes. They are not realistic. Number one. Number two, you put your own weights on, so you can come here and bench the bar, and you'll be fine. I just want it's just a.
Or you can go work out in the park.
And let's be honest, taking care of yourself is the best way to be a good partner.
Like let's get fine together. Let's be accountable, hold each
mentally
other
and physically. Best way to be a good partner. Take care of yourself. I love comedy clubs, except I heard
so much
Miami is wild because they went to the comedy club that we went to last time. There was like a shooting out there, but not in the comedy club, but like in the plaza, and I was like, what? Like
when?
In
we saw Schulte? No.
Yeah. We saw him in Miami.
And we saw him in Palm Beach.
When we saw him in Miami, that's where it was, right in that Miami plaza where we saw your friend come out of the elevator.
What's up? You listen.
It was in that parking garage.
Listen.
But anyway.
I know you tuned in, so hey.
Anyway, what else?
Paint and sip, just little things that are different. Yeah, karaoke.
Paint and sip. I did a paint and sip with the last guy I dated. He actually had a really good time. He was like, I don't paint. Like, I don't have the patience to paint. But we went there. He actually had a really good time. It was hilarious because he was like, what is this picture? Like, it doesn't look anything like it's supposed to look. But it was fun. We had a good time. So painting and sipping is good, even for people that are like, I don't paint. I don't want to do that. Because, sometimes the men just, I don't want to do that. But
yeah,
they'll do it.
It's something different. Something different is all we're going for if you're trying to spice it up.
Yeah.
Arcade, and they likes to play games. And they likes to ride around in her go-kart. That's how you look. You knew it was coming. You knew it was coming.
I literally hate you.
Anyway, I'm sorry. The ring light in my glasses is just like my eyeballs now. Sup, cuties. Anyway.
No, I do like games. I don't mind it. I am pro at that basketball shootout game. But anyway.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. Great muscle memory at that game. So yeah, I like those type of things, bowling and stuff like that. I do like that.
I don't. But whatever, we could do it once.
Museums, like learning about new things, especially if you live in DC, that would be great. But I'm sure everybody's been everywhere. But I haven't been to all the museums in DC, so you could take me there and take me to a museum.
Yep.
Anyway, and I went to the African American Museum, and I didn't have time to look at all that stuff, so I can go back.
Listen, I need to go back. More than I looked at. You was gone.
Child, I had to soak it all in. We had to snuck our way in there. Anyway,
is it still like a club trying to get in there?
I don't think so. It was like freshly open when we went, so we had to like bump some tickets off a lady, but it worked out. It was all
God bless that lady.
God bless her. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I went to like a park one time and that I never knew existed. I've been living here for my entire life. And they had like a history of Fort Lauderdale. And like, it was kind of like a little nature walk through the bushes, which,
through the bushes,
I don't be about them nature walks, but I went, it wasn't bushes, but it was like trees over the little path. And then it led out to like a lake or something. And I was just like,
theoretically it's cute.
No, I had a great time. And it was like, I was trying not to be so like, ew, but I'm not a fan of the animals, and we have so many different species here. I just can't. But anyway, no, I had a really good time there. So just like little places that you've never been, like you can explore different things in your city that you probably never even been to.
That there's a Instagram account and a website, Narcity, NARCITY, and it has a lot of like hidden gems in
free plug.
I don't know if it's only in Florida, because there's a lot of stuff. They be talking about a lot of stuff in Florida specifically. So I don't know if it's like a Florida thing, but if you're in Florida, check it out. If you're not in Florida, check it out. See if they have other places that they do that with. But it'll be like hidden, like hot springs or something in your area, or it's like, oh, check out this,
we have
like
springs here. We should try that one day.
Yeah, I think they're up by like Naples or Orlando and stuff like that. There might be some like a little further south, but I don't think they're like here.
Right. Yeah, you got to drive to get to them.
But
they're
either
like
way, it's kind of cool. A lot of the stuff that pops up on that page, I'd be like, that's in Florida? That looks like that's over in like freaking Aruba.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
There's probably a lot of places, even in our own city, that we don't know. But yeah, fun type of stuff like game nights and stuff. Like there's several things to do. Okay, so you don't have to keep going to the same places on these dates.
Virtual dates.
What we're trying to tell you.
Virtual dates. If you don't live together. I have also, when I had COVID, because your girl got that Rona. When I had COVID, I was asked on a virtual date, and we sat and watched movies together on FaceTime because they wouldn't let me out of my room.
Right.
And so we just sat and just watched FaceTime, had a little janky drink or whatever, had some dinner and stuff like that. But it was just a FaceTime date. Like,
but you have to press play at the same time so you can watch the movie together.
Yeah.
I've done that before.
It was really nice because that was also kind of thought out. He had like a movie for every night. He's just like, all right, so tonight, this is what we're watching. Find it on Amazon Video. And I'm like, okay.
I'll be knocked out.
I was falling asleep for sure, but the thought was cute. I was like, you can go, like they say at wine tasting, you can go on double, triple, quadruple dates since everybody booed up with you.
Game nights, like couples game nights. One of my last sisters does that with some friends. It's like an exclusive couples club. It's so funny, but she does that with like some of their married friends, and they come over and they have like a monthly or whatever game night at the house, and just to get out and live a little. Sporting
events is another good one. Like they said, Heat game, go to freaking watch something interesting. We got invited to the highlight. Were you there for that? No. Okay. I got invited. This is Shannon and Blake and Felix. It was like, you want to go to the Dania highlight? I was like, we still highlighting in Dania? Say less.
They also go to like hockey games and stuff. Sporting events is a thing for them.
Yeah, that's how they do their friend dates. Boat rides. So if you can go on a Jungle Queen, hop on a little Jungle Queen.
Not a Jungle Queen, please. No, do not take me on a Jungle Queen.
They do have a nice that one time when we went to Miami and we went on that boat.
Oh yeah, to look at like the mansions.
Yeah, like Star Island tour and stuff like that. That would have been so romantic.
Museum down there, Vizcaya. Is that what
we went to Vizcaya.
Yeah.
Which is really boring, but it was pretty.
It was good for photos.
It was good.
We also didn't do the tour. We didn't have headphones or anything listening to what they were saying about those ruins.
I didn't really.
We were just there for photos, I think. But anyway, and road trips. Road trips are good. So even, if you don't want to go like far away on a flight somewhere, you can take a road trip to like, stay in a safe area
like
of Florida.
A different coast of your state.
Yeah, go to Fort Myers or Naples and, enjoy the sunset over there. Anyway, so yeah, those are just ideas that we wanted to give you. But aside from all that, because we don't have, I'll speak for myself, I don't have dates. So we were on our Money Monday on last week, right? Was it last week? Not this Monday that just passed, but the week before.
The first Monday of every month.
Yes.
On Instagram.
Something social JC. But anyway, we were on Money Monday and we were talking to some of our, peoples, and we were talking about starting to post their pictures.
Yeah.
To see if we can get them dates. Because what we're finding is that sometimes in the chat, when we're doing our Money Monday, people are like talking to each other in the chat. And we're like, okay, well, this
they'd be like, oh, hey, at Curly Cutie.
Yeah.
And we be like, oh,
go ahead and slide in DM. And then even at the events, sometimes people be hanging out.
Making love connections.
Hanging out after the event is over. And we're like, y'all can go home, but they don't want to go home. So
maybe they went home together.
I don't think that happened yet. But but then they'll slide in DMs and something might happen, something might not. I don't know. But
I don't know.
What we want to do is make some love connections. So we are going to start something called ASL. If anybody had America Online.
Okay, we're going to date ourselves.
I should have worn my Born in the 80s shirt.
We're going to date ourselves.
America Online, like the first internet service.
Yeah, y'all remember. The dial-up. Y'all remember that? You used to get on AIM, and you used to say
Instant Messenger.
Instant
and what did
Messenger.
You say? Hey,
you would go in them chat rooms.
So dangerous. Do not do this.
Oh my God,
do not.
So dangerous.
Listen, I'm teaching all of my students not to do this now. So
they're
dangerous.
Still doing that?
They don't use those words, but they're absolutely in chats.
They have chat? Where? What chat? Who's chatting?
There's
Where
apps.
are you chatting?
There's apps. Anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about.
I cannot believe we did that.
What used to happen. I know. It used to be late at night.
Oh my God. I'm
going to
tell your mama.
Kidnapped.
Yeah.
It used to be late. Like I used to be on Instant Messenger.
Yeah, because the computer was in my room. And they used to be on their computer.
I had a friend on there. I had a friend I talked to like every night on there.
I did too.
And he said he was my age. I don't remember my friend's name, but
he was
definitely supposed to be my age. I hope he wasn't a grown-up pedophile. But anyway.
Did you send him pictures or something?
No, you couldn't send pictures. How would I send pictures? We didn't have scanners.
We didn't even have scanners.
Thank God.
You're like, Mama, how do I scan this photo of myself to this pedophile?
Tell him what would have happened. But anyway, that was more so old.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we used to ask people what their age, sex, and location was. So it would be like,
you jump in that group, that chat, and everybody in chat be like ASL, and people be like, I'm 30. You ain't 30. No, I'm 14. 14 female Florida baby.
So anyway, so we're gonna start not a segment, but like a little just Instagram thing
right now
for people that are willing to share their pictures and like a little small bio.
Yeah, a little
and
blurb.
Let us know what they're looking for. If it's a male seeking female, a woman seeking woman, like whatever you're seeking, let us know.
And if you're here for a good time or if you're here for a long time.
And then we're gonna go ahead and post it, and we're gonna make some love connections.
So we saw that there was actually somebody who had done that since we had talked about it. And we were like, okay, we need to go ahead and just do it because like this is apparently a thing, and it seemed lucrative too. And we're like, wait a minute now.
But it seemed like they were localized in a certain area.
Okay, so that's the thing.
And they just started it too. So
they stopped that same day. That same day. They didn't do anything.
Oh, maybe they're gonna do it like once a month or something. I don't know. We haven't really figured out logistics of it. But I was gonna say how frequently are we doing ours? Let's talk about that.
Every time we get one. Let's just do it every time we get one.
All right. So anyway, you can start sending us your information.
Yeah, go ahead, send it if you're single and you're looking for somebody and you don't want to be the one to go on an online dating app, because I know some people are too proud for that. Mm-hmm. And I know some people think that social media is not a dating app, but it's the same freaking thing.
But it is, because
it's the same concept.
Back to that podcast that I was watching with the guys, they were saying like, where do you meet women? Like, where are you going to find women? How are you finding these dates? And they were like social media. And I know plenty of people that met their husbands, spouses, everybody on social media.
You remember that one time? Oh my God, you guys were on dating apps? No, I couldn't do a dating app. Well, where'd you meet your husband? Oh, on Facebook.
Yeah, or Twitter.
Or Twitter, yeah. It was on Twitter. We were like, it's online.
Yeah. But anyway, so we got too much pride for the dating apps. You're right.
Yeah, I'm like.
So we are going to start doing that. So if you want to be featured, I will preface this saying that the page, Something Social, previously belonged to my business, which was like sorority and fraternity paraphernalia. So a lot of the people that follow that page are in a sorority or fraternity. So that may be a thing.
They're around 30-ish for the most part. That's the majority of the following. It's not all of the
majority
following.
Of our following, is around 30.
Majority of the following is probably youngish, and more than likely Black. You hear that, Shannon? Okay.
Because she wanted to be first.
She wanted to be
Put
first.
her up there, but be careful what you
But
ask
if you
for.
got a type, and then your type is natural blondes,
we can't post you.
We could post you. You just may not get the hits you want. You're gonna get some Black people that are not naturally blonde. They might be blonde, but not naturally. So just
we got blonde hair too. I was also thinking that maybe we can do some like couples highlights, because our page isn't just for the singles. It's really for love.
Yeah, it's just encouraging love.
Yes,
and trying to figure out how those who don't have it can get to the love, and those who do have it celebrating that love.
Yeah. So we'll give you more information.
We
but
are
you have to
so
follow
excited
us
about ASL, by the way.
Media.
I'm so excited about it. I really hope y'all, and listen, okay, can we also address the fact that we have these posts and we specifically asked y'all? Okay. Look, can we talk about it?
The dates?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your best and your worst date? The worst date, everybody's very enthusiastic about that one. They went on there and they were like, one time I got stood up. Like it was a whole thing. And then the best dates, it was like, oh, I just went over here real quick.
Yeah. I was like, I took myself on a date.
Yeah, I took myself on a date. And then I shared my dating experience, and that was like it. But either way.
Yeah, we need y'all to be interactive on
Be interactive. Be interactive. So like also the same thing with if we posting pictures of people, like that thing. Just like it. Make them feel good.
Yeah.
Because you never know, one of these faces might pop up on there. You never know.
If people getting hits, I might go ahead and throw mine up there. I don't know. We're going to think about it. Yeah. My friend offered, okay, this is how we also thought about this, because was it over the break? I'm talking about the break like everybody gets a break, my break.
Yeah, what's a break?
A couple of weeks ago, like over the holidays at some time, somebody posted like a family member and they were like, this is my cousin and ladies, he's single. And the comments was going ham. And it was like people that we know, like just like, hey, cousin, hi, hands waved, hey, eyeballs. Like it was like all these comments. And he probably got a date out of that if anybody lived in his city. I'm not sure.
It sounds like.
Or several. Maybe he went on a bunch of coffee dates. I don't know. But that was also, I was like, wow, because before that, like years ago, one of my friends, because I was still single, one of my friends,
4L.
One of my friends was like, I'm posting your picture on my page. And I was like, no. It's like, I don't want to be a charity case. But
well, a lot of people have told us at our events, why don't y'all do like speed dating or like some sort of dating app situation? So I mean, whatever we end up doing, this can be the inception of it. And let's just put our little feelers out.
Yeah, so
put our little feelers out, see what we get, and if this is a hit, then this is a hit. Let's go.
And if you're not single, if anybody's claiming you,
does anybody think they're in a relationship with you?
Anybody thinks they're in a relationship with you, do not slide into people's DMs. We're not trying to ruin anything. We want to keep everybody together.
Don't slide in DMs, and don't have us post you either. I don't want to endorse that.
We're not trying to get reported.
Yeah, and then get slandered. You had my husband all on your
webpage. You know they ain't gonna blame the
and
husband.
then they're gonna be like, everybody go on there and report this page.
Exactly. Lord, we might get ourselves in trouble, but we'll see. We're gonna see how it works, and we're gonna test it out with a few people probably sometime this weekend or next week, and
stay tuned.
So I think that's it for first dates and date nights, keeping it spicy.
Yeah, just general date ideas.
Yeah. Happy 2022. We're going to be back and, doing our thing.
Oh, I forgot to say welcome to the first pod of the freaking year.
Say it out.
Welcome to the first pod of the freaking year.
Woo!
All right. That was enthusiastic. That's all we got. That's all we got.
Oh my God.
So stay tuned. We're going to be posting any updates that we have on our @something social JC page. While you're at it, you might as well follow our normal page that we started off with at the James Curls, because that is who we are anyways. Something Social is our event and our podcast page, but and that's where most of the activity comes from. But you can follow both. You can follow us individually at Nene J. You can, or unless you don't want them to follow you, she doesn't want that. Disregard I said that. You can follow me. I'm wide open. O.B.O.mo. Okay. You can also go on my website. I haven't updated it in forever, but it's on there and it's got plenty of content to keep you busy in the meantime.
Like a couple weeks ago. And you can follow me also on She Got the Tea, because I make like t-shirts and doormats, and I found a love for crafting. So yeah, I've been doing all these little crafty stuff, but yeah, that's it.
I like
it. See you next time.
Holla.
Oh. That's Martin.
Thanks for joining us.
Remember, feel free to slide in our DMs with topics or questions you'd like to chat about.
It goes down in that DM.
Hey.
It goes down in that DM. It go down. Sorry. Your support really means a lot to us.
See you next time.
Bye, y'all.